Eljay, go.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the Brickfeed Podcast. I'm Eljay.
And I'm Meso!
And that's it. That's the end of the list.
Yeah! Two-person show hype. It's gonna be great. I'm like bouncing off the walls with excitement. I just drank like 6 Red Bulls and like
Why?
3 chocolate bars, and I'm like ready to go. I'm like bouncing. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, good.
I didn't do anything of the sort.
Yeah.
I've never boundless enthusiasm.
I've never had a Red Bull. Ever.
Wow, what a loser.
What do you mean? No, you know what? I'm healthier for it, Meso.
I've had a Red Bull once, and it wasn't an actual Red Bull. I think it was like a green apple concoction. Yeah, it was okay. Red Bull, green kiwi apple energy drink, and it was horrendous. It was absolutely terrible. Disgusting. So there you go. So Eljay, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I am exhausted out of my mind, but I am incredibly glad. Today has been a fantastic day.
Very nice. What did you do today?
I had a wonderful episode of the Eljay Johnson Show, which is a show I run on my own channel.
What's that?
It's a show
Hey
I run on my
Eljay,
own
where can I find the latest episode of the Eljay Johnson Show?
You can find the latest episode of the Eljay Johnson Show on my channel, aptly named Eljay Johnson, every Saturday.
Oh, really?
Every Saturday at 4:00 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, unless specified otherwise, in which case you can head on over to my Twitter at the Eljay Johnson. I've been saying this a lot today.
Wow, really?
Yes, really.
But what about the latest recap review?
They're over. They've ended. I have no more recaps to give.
Alright, so what'd you do on this here Eljay Johnson show?
Had a wonderful time chatting with Nick Voss, Tooth Dominoes, and Corvin, all Lego set designers. They are all so much fun to talk to about Lego and just chew the cud with, and it was a good time had by all.
I hate that phrase. Chew the cud.
I'm still using that
Stop
phrase. That's not changing.
And these set designers are designers and or fans of the trifecta of incredible themes, are they not?
Yes.
Bionicle, Ninjago, and the greatest of them all, Galador.
I mean, you haven't even seen the show.
Yes, I have.
No, you have not.
I'm the biggest Galador fan out of anyone. I just hide it.
Okay, great. In that case, who is Nick Bluetooth's best friend?
Well, obviously, Mick Redteeth. Duh.
Oh, dear goodness. That hurt me. Physically. Like, I told a joke right before we started, and I imagine, I was like, oh, Eljay. But that was painful to hear. Okay, I think... I like the alteration that Wadon made in chat. Instead of Nick Redteeth, it's Nick Redgums.
Yes. His evil clone.
But yeah, no, it's a fun time. It lasted for 2 hours and 55 minutes, roughly. And it was...
Longest episode? Question mark? Longest episode?
Possibly. I think it might have usurped the episode you and I did.
I think it definitely did. I think the one with Kevin Hinkle usurped ours.
That is
I could be
possible.
wrong on that.
That is very true. Kevin was present pretty much the entire time, and he is one of the best people to have in an audience. He's one of the best people to have over for dinner, although I wouldn't know. He's one of the best people to have over for pizza, which I will soon find out. He's just the best.
Okay, no, I was wrong. Ours was longer than Kevin Hinkle's, but yours, it has eclipsed ours by like a full 50 minutes.
Wow. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, pretty major.
Yeah, no, it was fantastic. I highly encourage anyone who's interested in Lego, interested in hearing a lot of the process behind set design, to listen to it. They do a wonderful job of going into detail behind a lot of the processes behind it. And it's fantastic. Great time had by all. Awesome.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, did you get any Lego this week?
Oh, heck no. Oh, heck no. In fact, I need to sell some Lego.
Same, dude. So,
Yeah.
Walk asks, when will we get the Meso Naxon show? I don't know about the Meso Naxon show, but there might be a Mesonac live stream show at some point whenever I get more stable internet that could actually not drop in and out every few minutes.
Yeah,
or at
so
least
when's
be
that
paranoid
happening?
that it will drop. Shrug.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Probably around the same time Hero Factory G2 comes out. So, yeah, I don't know. Also, no, I would not be called the Mesonac Anderson show. I would either pick my online name or my real name. I would not combine both into a freakish monstrosity. I got all this from Bricklink. It says Magic LJ6195. Bunch of bags. LJ, when did you become magical?
Depending on who you ask, I never was. Although, but yeah. No, definitely no Lego. I still need to build sets, but I've been more preoccupied with the cleaning of my surroundings.
Why are you cleaning, LJ?
Because things are a mess. And I want
Why are you cleaning sets, LJ?
Oh yeah, I forgot. That wasn't even what I was talking about. But yeah, no. That's not gonna say what it
Why
was.
would you clean the raisins?
Listen, I'm not gonna say what it was, but people have guessed already. And so while I won't say that they're right, I won't say that they're wrong either. So,
Nice.
you can make your own inferences.
All right. Well, I also have not gotten it in Lego because I have not bought any for several months now. I don't know when I am going to. But one day, I'm going to just come on and have like a bunch of sets, and I'm going to actually build them, unlike you. You just waste money and pile stuff up.
Okay, so first of all, I take strong offense to that. So I bought them, and now I'm just waiting until I have, more time to build them. There.
Fire the Wolf pays for boxes, expensive boxes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, these are. It's
Pretty
not.
much
It's not like I bought the boxes to look at. It's like it's the Ninja Knight That. I can't talk today.
Ninja Knight Qualler.
I've been doing a lot of talking, Meso.
Babby Lloyd, the Ninja Knight Qualler.
Got the Ninja Nightcrawler. Got
Ninja never quit.
the ideas ship in a bottle, and 2 Minecraft sets, and an Elves set, and a City set, and a lot of other system sets, which I need to build for other reasons.
For Brickfeed episode 100, we should do a live stream, long length special where you build the sets on webcam.
Sure.
That'll be our 100th celebration.
Okay, well, I don't know about all of them. That would take me several hours, but maybe one of them.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, and you guys can all pick.
Neat.
Yeah, and I'll be on camera, which means I'll need to shave, and I don't like that. It makes me unhappy.
Cool shave.
Oh, nuts. Walked into that one. Okay, well, since it's just 2 of us...
We actually have a very lengthy plethora of news today. Was that what you were going to say, or something else?
Oh, no, it was what I was going to bridge into. However, I do need to point out this comment in the YouTube chat, live chat, from the Immaculate, Kevin A. Hinkle. He's got an important question for you, Meso. He asks, are you coming to Brick Fair, Virginia, Meso? Wondering if the TTV crew present for 2018 is continuing to shrink, crying face. Well, Meso, what do you have to say to Kevin? Choose your words carefully. He's sensitive.
I am, in fact, coming to Brick Fair. 2019.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Unbelievable.
It's a very sad state of affairs.
You're crushing him.
The Twitter exchange you guys had did kind of make me remember, oh yeah, people probably don't know this. Brick Fair plans for TTV this year, they basically fell apart faster than a house of cards. A series of events behind the scenes basically conspired to make none of us financially able to go. Except for literally like 3 people.
Look,
Eljay,
he's crying. You've made him cry.
Eljay, Tenebrae Invictus, aka Justin Marler, and Dead Matoro, our newest cast member. Those 3, I think, are the only ones confirmed to be going. AT, our editor, might be going. AT, you should unmute and tell us if you're going or not. Or at the very least, post.
Or at the very least, unmute and have a lengthy discussion with us.
He says no. I don't know if that means he's not going to unmute to tell us, or no, he's not going. He says IDK yet.
He doesn't know if he's gonna unmute yet. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, he doesn't know. Hasn't decided.
But see, now you've made Kevin cry. You've hurt his feelings. Var did that yesterday. I don't know how much more he can take. You are chipping away at his gentle soul, Meso.
I'm terribly sorry.
Are you?
That's who I am. My nickname on the streets is the Soul Sharpener.
What? That sounds like the nickname a drug dealer would be given. Hey man, you want to buy some drugs? I hear they sharpen your soul.
Mess up the Soul Sharpener. I'm gonna use that now.
Man,
but yeah,
you know what you need? Street smarts. It sharpens your soul.
Exactly. Thank you. No, it's a shame. But next year, don't worry, the TTV crew will return to Brick Fair 2019 only because of the dinosaur exhibit in DC.
Not only because of the dinosaur exhibit, it's because Kevin's going to be there too, and you need to make it up to him.
All right, two reasons.
Look at what he said. This is a great point. So, I can't recall where every cast member lives, but are you telling me that Eljay, being the furthest from Brick Fair, Virginia, is coming and nobody else?
You are correct.
You disgust.
There's a key difference between the two of us. It's not a matter of money. I could literally just take a bus to Brick Fair and be there in I don't know, 2 hours, like $40 total investment.
It would not be 2 hours.
Whatever. A few hours. Here's the difference. I have been without a job for several months until recently. I'm working at Office Depot.
Congratulations.
Eljay has been without a job for very recently. The difference is that he probably has significantly more money saved up than I do at this juncture.
That is accurate.
So I ain't gonna be making trips because traveling is one thing, sure, but then I'm gonna go there and then I'm gonna want to eat food. I'm gonna want to hang out. I'm gonna want to do things. I'm gonna want to play laser tag probably. I'm gonna want to buy stuff at the vendors. If I can't, not going. Or if I don't want to drop that money, I'm not going.
Yeah, no,
Sad,
that makes
true.
Sense.
But Bar is a very similar case, except the difference between him and Eljay is he got a traffic ticket, a parking ticket, I forget which, and that siphoned off a decent amount of money. So, rest in peace.
Oh, look at that.
And then Purple's going to Egypt.
Oh, is she? Is that confirmed?
Apparently it is, yeah.
Bogus.
Bogus, dude.
That's like super
We shall
bogus.
feed you. We may even give you Lego. Maybe. Well, that would be awfully kind of you, sir. But alas,
I'm sure you could win some Lego at my awesome Bionicle trivia challenge.
Okay, that is a cool thing. You should talk about that and plug that at Brick Fair as well.
Still working out the details. It is still heavily a work in progress. However,
work faster,
dude. It's still like a month and a few weeks away. Bottom line, if you go to Brick Fair's website and you are registered, meaning that you have paid money to be at the event for the days preceding the public days, then public days are going to be the first weekend in August. So that is going to be August 4th and 5th. But if you register, you can be there 3 days prior, August 1st to the 3rd. And I'm going to be hosting a fun game called the Bionicle Trivia Challenge. The basic thing is if you need to answer a bunch of questions right in order to win a prize, and in the meantime you can also attempt to stump me, and if you do, you'll win a prize. So it's going to be great. More details coming soon. I would actually recommend listening to the Eljay Johnson show, specifically in July, because every single Saturday I'm going to have a guest related to the event in some way, shape, or form. So if you want more specifics on that, follow me on Twitter regarding it, at the Eljay Johnson, and also listen to the show, because more details will be coming then.
And that's for Brick Fair, Virginia, and Chantilly.
Correct.
So get hype. Kevin in the chat says you could probably also find someone to room with the hotel. You're totally right. That isn't even an issue. Envy, a.k.a. Justin Marler, a.k.a. well, you know, all his many names. He actually got all of us to be able to stay with his relatives essentially for free, basically. Am I right on that? Am I wrong?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a very cramped space, so I could go just hang with them at his relative's place, but it'd just be super cramped, and I'm just not gonna do it. But there are avenues I could take to go. And who knows? I might have a sudden financial upswing and just suddenly decide to go. It's just I'm very doubtful of that. I think this year I'm just gonna wait and then make my triumphant return next year in style. I think that's the current plan.
You're gonna miss Matthew Awald.
Somehow I'll find a way to sleep at night.
Gonna miss Kevin.
No disrespect to Matthew Awald.
You're gonna miss Nick. You're gonna miss Nick.
Yeah, yeah.
Unacceptable. But don't worry.
It's gonna be alright.
I will pick up the slack. Envy will pick up the slack. Motoro will pick up the slack. The three of us, we're going to be like this awesome recon team going around, eating pizza, having Bionicle trivia. Don't worry, Kevin. We're going to make up for this. We're going to make you the happiest Kevin that ever Kevined in the world. It's going to be the bomb.
That ever Kevin. Alright. What's our news for this week, Eljay?
Okay, we got plenty of news. There's no shortage. We got some BrickHeadz reveals, specifically for The Nightmare Before Christmas, which includes Jack Skellington and Sally, as well as Minecraft, which includes Steve and the Creeper. And we have some other stuff, but let's go ahead and start with that.
Start with the Jack Skellington? Alright.
The BrickHeadz.
So, anybody who knows me knows how much I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. And from the moment they revealed they were making Nightmare Before Christmas Lego, possibly as a result of a Dimensions license that they never got to use, I was like, sweet, we're going to get Nightmare Before Christmas sets, and it's going to be great. And then I learned, oh, it would just be a 2-pack BrickHead. And I was like, well, that's a little upsetting. No minifigures. But, you know, it could still be cool. You know, I like BrickHeadz. I'm not one of those people who hates BrickHeadz. So
I really like BrickHeadz.
My hype built over time because of how much I love Nightmare
built?
Before Christmas. It did indeed build. And then pictures came out of this, and what did they do to Jack? What did they do to Jack Skellington? Why does he look so bad? What did they do? He has no nose. He has a flat mouth. What's this? What's this? Why is this set so bad? What's this? It's making me mad.
I promised I would behave. I never said anything about you. My goodness. Oh, man.
I just don't know how you could bungle a character so much. This is worse than Captain Phasma. Because even though Captain Phasma had the stupid chipmunk cheeks, it still was essentially recognizable. It was essentially a Stormtrooper character.
Well, so is this.
When I think Jack Skellington, the cheerful, troubled soul of the Pumpkin King, I don't think expressionless, flat-mouthed, bored, looks like he wishes he could die and be anywhere but here guy. Why does he have a... Why does he have no smile? Dylan Carr says he's dead inside and out, and I think that is a fairly good interpretation of that. It really triggers me. Eye of the Wolf says his soul needs to be sharpened. Agreed.
Yeah. So,
I'll do it. I'll take up the knife. Bring it.
I'm not too heavily invested specifically in this theme. Obviously enough. I think
I'm not too invested in the Eljay Johnson show.
Evidently, you didn't listen to a really fantastic episode today. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because we're talking about the set. And Sally is really good. I think based off the source material, Sally is actually really well translated. But there are just some very key things on Jack. A little extra height, the smile, the nose in the middle. It's close. It's recognizable. It just falls short so very slightly.
Yes, Sally's good, to be fair. To dissipate my rage for about a moment.
Mm-hmm.
I like Sally.
Yeah.
Can we pull up a picture of Purple's alteration?
Mm-hmm.
To Jack Skellington?
Yeah.
Just go ahead and post her like 2-for-1 picture where one's real and one's a joke because it gets the smile in there. I was like telling Purple how much I hated him not having a smile, so she devised 2 potential alternatives.
Yeah, you only sent me one.
Oh, did I?
Yep. So that's what people are
that.
seeing on screen right now.
No, you must show the one with the...
Well, this helps for the sake of comparison, at the very least, because it has a nose. It also has some extra height. I think the height in Purple's edit is a little overblown, given that it's three bricks tall and not 2, which I think would have been a little bit better. But the inclusion of the nose is massive. It really does change the appearance of this, especially given that those eyes, I'm fairly certain they're printed.
Yeah. Yeah,
okay,
I would be much more content with that. Indeed.
Alright. So, this is a comparison that Purple made. And then she also decided to do this. So...
I'll post it to the Patreon server as well.
Fair enough.
Let's see.
These are her modifications. I definitely think that the face on the one to the left, which for those watching on YouTube is the one in the middle, I think that one is pretty much perfect. I think that's a really excellent adaptation.
The legs can be taken down by one brick. Just make it a double height extension. No need to be triple. Other than that, perfect.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But the one on the right's obviously the best.
Mm-hmm. Wait, no, I did not, no. Sorry, disagree. Yeah. Awful. The one on the right is definitely the worst. If I could crop that out, I would. But,
time to read a comment from the chat from Frederick Schlumbertson.
Uh-oh.
I haven't watched the podcast or been in the message boards in like 6 months.
Don't speak its name.
Why is Eljay here? And where is
other
blank? I like to refer, because we have Keeney, I like to refer to him as the other K _ I.
Yeah, Keeney is original
First of all, welcome back to the channel, Frederick. I'm glad you found us again. If you want to know more about the situation, just check out the TTV message boards. We've got a whole topic talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
But essentially, Eljay's back on the channel.
Hello.
And yeah, it's fun times all around.
Yes. Yeah, so, but back to this.
And also, shout out to Takadox. Someone says, hello, Eljay and Mesodak. I love your channel.
Oh, thank you.
Soundwave Gamer YouTube. Sweet. Anyway, go on.
Okay, so, I think, in the end, doesn't even matter, but no, in the end, I think it's a good set. I think that Jack specifically falls short in the face. And this set... actually, in a way, it kind of decreases the appeal to another BrickHead that got revealed. Another couple of BrickHeads.
Okay. I'm glad I got to let that rage out of my system.
Is there anything else you want to comment on it?
It's probably the worst disappointment than Bionicle G2.
Oh my gosh.
Because with G2, ever since Var's first autopsy, I knew that I had like 1 foot out the door, and I was like, G2 might not be good. It could be bad. But with this, I had not a faint thought in my head that it would ever be bad. How could you screw up a skeleton BrickHead? It's super easy. And then they did, and then my heart got shattered into a billion pieces. So, we'll go on. What are the other BrickHeads?
Okay, so, the other BrickHeads that were revealed were the... Oh, no, I'll just go ahead. I was trying to, do this drag reveal, but it's not going to work. The other BrickHeads that were revealed were Steve and the Creeper from Minecraft. Now, I'm a big Minecraft fan. Obviously enough. I'm a fan of the theme, of the game. I'm a fan of the Lego theme. I think it's one of Lego's best themes right now. I'm not a fan of these BrickHeads. There are a couple of reasons why. For starters, I was recently on another podcast. It's the Bits and Bricks podcast, if I'm saying that correctly. It's headed up by M&R Productions, alongside Just Too Good, as well as Chris Productions. Really fun time. I highly recommend checking it out. It was a great episode where we had some civil discussion about some points that we equally disagreed on, but it was fantastic. One of the things that Ryan and I agreed on were that these were disappointing BrickHeadz, and this kind of has a branching effect to other BrickHeadz. So I'm going to go ahead and bring up pictures of the in-game characters for comparison. Now, I understand it's Lego. The medium itself is a little... It's not easy to one-to-one rip the characters specifically from the game into Lego. I never really had that expectation. This is a little bit more of a surface level thing, which once you notice it, I don't know if you'll be able to unnotice it. So if you're looking at the BrickHeadz right now, Creeper on the right is actually mostly fine. They got the mouth down, the eyes are BrickHead eyes, no real issue here. Steve, on the other hand, has printing on his shirt that he does not have in the game. The eyes would have been better off being printed, which we know they can do because of Jack. And finally, and this is the most egregious, he has ears. And if you look at other BrickHeadz, specifically, and this was one that was mentioned on the Bricks and Bits podcast, Wu, Sensei Wu, also has ears. What do these two people have in common? Their source material has no ears.
Yeah.
In Minecraft, Steve's head's a perfect square. It's a perfect cube. And BrickHeadz is a much larger medium where that is far easier to adapt. And then Wu is a minifigure. He doesn't have ears. So while it's not set ruining, I would say, it's certainly something that I'll never be able to look at and not unsee.
I'd also much rather Steve didn't have circular eyes, but what can you do?
At the same time, it's like, I get the circular eyes. It makes sense because that's the style.
Yeah, but Creeper has cuboid eyes. Square eyes.
I know, but, if they tried to give that to Steve, then, they'd probably need to be smaller. Because, if you look, the Creeper in the game has the giant cube eyes. Face-wise, the Creeper is actually a decent adaptation. The only thing I dislike about it, really, is that it's just one shade of green. It's that Liwa Mata green. Even though the Creeper, in all reality, is like all these different shades. It's more of a lime than anything else. But it's fun.
Most certainly.
It actually really well adapts into the BrickHeadz style. Steve, however, in this instance, didn't, I believe. I'm not a fan of the ears. I'm not a fan of the eyes.
Same. As a massive Minecraft fan, I would never even consider purchasing Steve.
But they're a 2-pack.
But I'd never consider purchasing the 2-pack.
I would definitely consider it.
At all.
I've been suckered into Minecraft pretty hard. I was suckered into it pretty easily prior to the Minecraft video, but the Minecraft video now makes it... It makes it better for me. So...
Minecraft super fan.
That was something else.
Indeed.
But, yeah. So, that's it. That is the BrickHeadz. Those are my critiques.
We got some Star Wars BrickHeadz, which I think are mostly successful to reinforce positivity in the brand.
Oh, yeah.
Eljay way.
You didn't link those. You only linked Jack Skellington and...
I did.
Where?
Check the actual link list and not just the embedded list.
Oh. Whoops. Sorry, everyone. It's my first day on the job.
Not true.
Yeah, we actually did get some Star Wars BrickHeadz, all of which are perfectly fine. I don't really have anything to say on them, to be perfectly honest.
So put them up.
Okay, I'm working on it, dude. Give me a few moments, bro.
Nikon says, the Eljay and Meso show. Seriously, this is giving me Minaj flashbacks. Eljay, go the other direction. Put the picture up on the screen.
Oh my gosh. So I'll go ahead and start from... Let me see. All right, we'll start with the Fett.
Luke and Yoda.
Or not. Okay, fine.
There's an order to things. An order.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. All right. So yeah, Luke and Yoda. I think they look fine. I'm not super into Star Wars.
This one's really cool because Luke's able to get like his very, very detailed and textured hair, which I always like to see in BrickHeadz. It doesn't. There's like not a single piece that sticks out as having a stud on it, which I always appreciate. Even to the top of the head and all the way around, just smooth all over. He's got his blaster and also lightsaber on the belt. All cool additions, but really the standout here is Yoda, because they've recently started doing very interesting things with the small scale BrickHeadz. First it was Hedwig, then the Harry and Hedwig 2-pack. Now it's Yoda, and I like that they're doing this because it breaks from their typical size bracket, I guess. And it opens them up to do more characters like this in the future for other different themes. I think Yoda's a grand success. I'd buy this one just for Yoda. Sadly, it's a 2-pack, so expensive. But not bad at all. Then, next one.
All right. Next one. Real quick, I do want to mention they are breaking out of the size bracket. And I'm really excited for the day where they make a BrickHead that is taller than a normal BrickHead, because you're going to be really...
Jack!
Yep, you're going to be super angry about that because of Jack. Okay,
Come on,
Leia.
Eljay, put the next picture. Leia's cool. I don't have too much to say other than she's very, very, very accurate. Although I do question what that one piece is by her left wrist. Can you shine a light on that for me?
I'm not sure.
All right.
That is a good question.
It's very distracting. I like there's one stud facing outwards. But
I'm sure there's a reason to it. I just don't know.
Someone help us figure out the reason for this one stud. I wish to know. Otherwise, yeah, I don't know. Prentice says probably to emulate the cufflinks.
That's possible.
Gladden says the one piece.
That's not possible. Make things easy, but no.
I guess that's all we got then. I can accept cufflinks. That's a reasonable answer.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Next one's Boba Fett, and he's the most hyped one.
He is excellent. I love this one. I wouldn't exactly buy it because I'm not super into Star Wars. Real quick, apparently on that piece, according to Kevin, that is a new piece, and he recommends checking out the New Elementary's recent post regarding it. So,
very nice. All right, well there you go. You heard here first.
As far as Boba Fett is concerned, I love that they were able to differentiate from the SDCC one, and it
not only differentiate but improve.
Yeah,
the improvement from old Boba Fett to new Boba Fett literally looks like one of those old Lego versus new Lego comparisons. But when you actually look at the details, not much has changed. It's just in the subtle ways that they've made the face smoother and less blocky by covering up the studs with those triangular plates, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I think it looks fantastic. I'm quite impressed. Yeah, no, it's wonderful, and I think Boba Fett.
I'd probably buy Boba Fett.
I would recommend it. I mean, I'm not going to, even though I think it would look good next to the Construction Boba Fett that I have, which is also really good. But I'm gonna pass just because I'm not, super. If they come out with a General Grievous BrickHead, it's like money is gone from my account.
Oh my god!
Instantly. What if they make him taller?
How about they don't do that?
Oh man, I'm really hoping they do that now. I'm just waiting for the BrickHead that's just a little bit taller than other BrickHeads. And
I'm just waiting for you to die.
Meso, that is an incredibly rude and just degrading thing for someone to say. You take that back right now. We're just talking about Lego sets.
I take nothing back. You will not troll me, Eljay. I'm the only one who can troll.
Well, Lego trolled you by giving you an awful Jack Skellington. So now what?
Time to put up a mental block.
No
Continue
smile, bland
I think we're done with the
expression,
BrickHeadz.
same size as Sally, no nose.
The nose knows.
My dog
What you
chimed
doing?
in. Okay.
Yay, bark, bark.
Alright, that's about it for the BrickHeadz, I think.
Yep, there's a few miscellaneous small-scale pieces of news that I kind of want to just briefly touch upon.
Go for
There's
it.
really no need to put pictures up for these.
Good.
Well, I guess for one of them. There's an SDCC exclusive Aquaman set, I think, to celebrate the new movie, even though it's like classic comic Aquaman. But hey, if you're one of those people who likes Aquaman and is going to SDCC, then this is pretty cool. Because it's got Aquaman and Storm. I don't know what Storm is. I think the seahorse.
Oh, I have a picture
And a bunch
for
of
this.
little... Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
And a bunch of little like mini structures and undersea creatures that generally make a pretty decent sized set, I'd say.
There it is.
Now, I'm not sure when SDCC is. Do you know?
It's very soon.
SDCC 2018. July 19th to July 22nd, so a little under 1 month from now. We always typically get some interesting things from LEGO at SDCC. I guess this would be one of them. I'm not sure what else we'll realistically get, but stay tuned.
There was the Star Wars exclusive that they revealed.
Oh yeah, Han Solo and Chewbacca in the Millennium Falcon cockpit.
Yep. And
That was a thing. It looked all right.
yeah, no, it looked fine. I think I joked on the Bits and Bricks podcast that it needs to connect to the UCS Millennium Falcon, otherwise it's a no go. But it looks perfectly serviceable, well built. Although I don't really see the appeal personally, but then again, I'm not
Nor
very
do
into
I.
Star Wars. So
Same. All right. Let's read a YouTube chat comment from Evershadow7. Eljay, will you go to prom with me?
I'm trying to think of a funny and witty way to respond, but I've got nothing. I'm really busy right now, so I'm gonna have to say, while I appreciate the offer, it's probably a little too far out there, but maybe next time.
Nice. Maybe next prom.
Maybe next time.
All right. So that's the Aquaman thing. The next thing of interest, anybody who likes Lego Harry Potter is going to be really happy to hear this. There's been rumblings for a while now that we're going to get a collectible minifigure series about Harry Potter, and those rumblings are no more because German toy store JB Spielewaren has confirmed that we will be seeing a Harry Potter series of collectible minifigures later this year. States they're due to be released by the end of September at a normal retail price for the rest of the other minifigures. There's no more details as of now. We don't have pictures. We don't have a character list. However, online store sites is really good confirmation to know that something is in fact coming. And I, for one, am bouncing off the walls with hype for it because I'm massively into Harry Potter. It's just that some of the sets are a little too expensive for me to really consider getting. But some minifigure packs, I can do that. And I'm pretty much like every single character that I would receive in such a pack. So, it's going to be great.
What if you got Umbridge?
Also, hey, that'd be fine. Umbridge is great. But she's being released in one of those Bricktober minifigure packs, which is really awkward because nobody knows where they're going to be sold since Toys R Us is going out of business.
I have not followed this at all. I have zero knowledge on this. The only reason that I would pick any of these up would be if there's a hairpiece I really want to use for a sig fig. So, yeah, no.
Fair enough.
It's cool if you're a fan of Harry Potter. I'm not. Yeah, no, I thought I was going to continue that. I'm just not. So, but it's
Fair
cool.
enough. So that was a really awesome thing to find out. Then, two more things. Like I was teasing a Secret Service model. And here's how it went. They put out a tweet on Twitter and were like, we've been thinking about creating a special Secret Service model that could help an agent out in a tricky situation. Any ideas? At Aston Martin, #license to build. And it received responses from official Twitter accounts belonging to Aston Martin and James Bond. and people are theorizing, perhaps, James Bond Lego? Question mark. I don't know for certain, but that would be super cool. I would most definitely consider buying that set.
I do not think that it will be a James Bond set. I could be very wrong. Lego has surprised me in several different instances recently, specifically with Overwatch. I do not think it will be James Bond. I think it will just be the car, which is why they referenced Aston Martin, and Aston Martin cars are, it's the iconic James Bond car, which is why they'd be chiming in. But personally, I do not think we're going to be getting James Bond in a set. I think that's pushing the envelope for Lego a little too much. But again,
you know what else is Overwatch?
Yeah, yes, that's why I don't know. My goodness. But I suspect it's just the car, because they've had a lot of really fantastic Technic vehicles. But at the same time, again, like has been mentioned, the James Bond account replied, so it's very likely.
Get hype. And then finally, the last kind of minor thing. I don't know if we've ever even mentioned this on the podcast. I think we might have. It's a new Ninjago set that I believe is a Walmart exclusive, strangely enough. Called the Oni Titan. And anyone that has seen Ninjago Season 8, Sons of Garmadon, knows what this thing is. It is Lord Garmadon's Oni Colossus. It's currently rampaging through the city, as Fluff put in the chat, giant boy. I think that is quite an accurate assessment.
Yep.
So this thing kind of surprised everybody by being made into a set. It features Harumi, Garmadon, Lloyd, and Nia. And the thing about this Colossus is I think it comes admirably close to replicating what's in the actual show, especially for a Lego set of this size. The colors are just off. And that's really the part that kind of ruins the whole thing. Because the Colossus, if you actually look at the thing, a lot of the stuff in the set gets it right, because the hat is accurate, the kind of moss on the torso is accurate, the tree even is in an accurate place. But there's a lot of purple on the Colossus in the show, because it's supposed to represent energy leaking out throughout the stone and the rock and the moss and the foliage. And the set really doesn't do that at all. It has 4 purple pieces, I think, and they're just on the arms.
I don't think that's purple.
Some on the legs, too.
Pretty sure that's
If it's blue, that's even worse. Oh, that's even worse. That's horrendous. So somewhere along the line, I'm not sure why they weren't allowed to use purple, but it would have helped a lot to have some on the torso, to have some on the hands, to have some on the arms and the face, which does have a little bit of printing. I'm
not actually even sure that it was again, I don't know the backstory, but I'm not even sure that they weren't allowed, because look at Garmadon's minifigure. The sash, the majority of the color that you see on him outside of black and gray, it's Metro Blue. It corresponds. I think the intention was more for it to correspond in the set-wise as opposed to the show. But that'd just be my guess.
No, I mean, that's fair. If it's a flip, I can flip it in the other direction. I'd be like, why couldn't they use more Metro Blue?
I mean, sure, that's perfectly fair enough. I mean,
they used a little bit. There's some by the upper legs, inside, barely visible. I do see some, and there is some on the arms. And near the back, there's one plate. So I respect they did try, but the fact of the matter is the large gray and silver parts are so big and bulky, they cover it up too much. So from a design perspective, if I actually look at the Colossus, I'm like, okay, this is actually a pretty good set representation. But at first glance, I would never guess that this is what that is, because it's not immediately distinguishable by the colors, which were its most iconic thing.
I think that's a bit of a stretch. I can tell exactly what it is. If I've seen the show, I know what this is.
Nah.
Yeah.
Nah, fam.
Yeah, fam.
The only thing setting the Colossus apart from generic stone monsters, the fact that it was leaking with purple energy.
Show me another Lego set that is generic like this.
It's the rock monster, dude.
Okay,
Anything
show me
from
another
Power
Lego
Miners.
rock monster.
Anything from Power Miners.
Show me.
Okay. This thing. It's like a downscaled version of the Colossus.
You're kidding me.
Just with green. In fact, that looks more like the actual Colossus in Ninjago than the Oni Titan
Okay,
does.
where's the
Just
hat?
replace the green with purple
Where are all
and give
the
it the hat. And
spikes?
boom. There you
Where are
go.
all the spikes in the show, huh?
Why couldn't it use those green pieces, but in purple?
I'm gonna
Why
put,
do
I'm
this?
gonna put this on screen for everyone to see.
Do it! Do it! Any Ninjago fan, look at those green parts and then compare it to this picture of the Colossus and tell me that it's not a similar aesthetic.
Oh, great. Now I gotta put 3 pictures up. By the way, credit to Brickset for the picture of the Oni Titan. They were the one that did the review this picture originates from. They did a fantastic review.
Oh,
Captain
yes.
Rex 101 usually does. So go check that out.
Excellent photography. It truly brings out the incredible color scheme.
Oh my gosh. Down here, salt is a way of life.
Top-notch trivia. I was born in the salt mines,
All right.
molded by them.
I think I've done these images justice. I have all 3 of them. It's not even close, dude. It's not even close.
Of course, in the design, I told you the design is good for the Colossus, but the colors fall apart. And the pieces that the rock monster used shows they can clearly evoke the aesthetic of the Colossus in the show. If you just keep the design but replace the armor pieces with the ones used on the rock monster or ones similar, it's perfect. But they didn't do that. Instead, they used printing and smooth, sleek, flat pieces, whereas the Colossus is supposed to be all rocky and stuff. Use rock pieces. If you don't want to use the Power Miners mech, use Quake's... Sorry, not Quake. Cole's Quake Dragon, Earth Dragon, whatever, from Ninjago Season 1. It had kind of like rocky pieces that you could recolor to be like Colossus-esque. This thing, picture not necessary. Anybody who knows Ninjago knows what the Earth Dragon actually is. Those parts would work just fine if you just recolor them, add like a splash of purple. Also, I think Var's here.
You son of a gun.
Var rises.
Hi, LJ. How's it going?
How was your sleep, Var?
It was relaxing and refreshing and restful and sleep-inducing. Or filled.
Excellent.
Yeah. How goes the show, guys? 2-man show,
well.
I see.
Yeah, it's fun.
Very fun and chill, even though I've been
cool.
yelling a lot, apparently.
How long has it been since it's just been the 3 of us on an episode?
Oh, yeah, you're right. A long time.
Oh,
Yeah.
huh.
Incredibly long time.
Yep.
Nice.
Now this is a fun little
So what are we
fact.
talking about here?
We're talking about the Ninjago Oni Titan, which is supposed to be the Colossus from the show. And I was talking about how the aesthetic is off when it's supposed to be all rocky, but it's instead smooth, and they have like parts available to like make it all rocky. And they just don't use them. But realistically, they did a pretty good job for what they did. It's just the colors that bug me. It needs more blue and or purple.
I feel
That's
that
about it.
I want to see the Oni Titan in the show now. I have a hunch. My hunch is that it's going to be of a sleeker design in the show going forward, more refined, now that time has passed.
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, are we sure that it's meant to be the exact same thing?
Could possibly be him smoothing out the rock, is what you're getting at?
Yeah.
Making it more like,
It's not in its final form, dude. It's got
Yeah.
new forms.
this isn't even my final form. That'd be cool.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So yeah, I can see that being a thing.
oh no.
Aya the Wolf says it's only been a week. Hey, he could smooth it out in a week. It's possible.
I mean, yeah, he probably could. Almost definitely could. But I don't know. I think it's fine. I think that the rocky appearance is gotten across just fine, even without the pieces you mentioned. I don't think they're absolutely necessary. I think that this is...
He's got so many fingers.
Yeah, he really does.
No,
Like,
Magic
he's got like all 5, but just seeing that on a set is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Magic Ninja proposed the possibility of it being one of the first to have all 5. I don't think that's entirely the case, but it's definitely an oddity.
It certainly sounds like it. I can't think of any other like mech type set with 5 fingers, but obviously my knowledge of every single Lego set that's been released is limited. So
Chat comment from EverShadow7.
Yep, here we go.
Var, will you go to prom with me?
I mean, I don't really know too much about you yet.
Oh, that's a way
At least
better
take me on
answer.
a first
You gotta
date
go to
or
dinner
something.
first.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a way smarter answer. Dang it.
All right.
Nikon saying I sound sleepy. Yeah, well, I did just wake up, so.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's about all for the Oni Titan.
Yeah, I think
Now-
it's fine, personally.
There's something else cool that's been brewing lately
Coffee?
in the Ninjago community, because we're fast approaching the release of Season 9 Hunted. So you can expect Ninjago Cast to return in full force actually 1 week from today when this is airing, which is the 23rd of June. Hunted is going to air in Australia, and we're going to start our episode reviews about that. The thing that's going on right now is Brent Miller has been interviewing Tommy Anderson, one of the creators of Ninjago.
Has he now?
And, yep, indeed. Currently, there's 4 parts out, encompassing a total of 40 minutes.
Mm.
What do you got to say, Eljay?
Oh, no, nothing.
I shouldn't have said anything, because now everybody's asking me out in the chat.
It's not like I asked both of them to be on my show. It's not like they both expressed
Eljay, come
interest.
on now. You gotta build up that repertoire first. You're still low down in the tier list.
Eljay, you got rejected just like you rejected EverShadow7.
Exactly. We all face rejection sometimes in our lives.
Okay. No,
My point being, there's about 40 minutes of interview in total. So for those who aren't capable at the moment of listening to it all, the ever awesome Eye of the Wolf has taken it upon herself to give us like a bullet point summary list of stuff that went down in the interview.
Meso?
Yeah, you're cool.
Uh-oh.
You're all right.
I forgot about that.
I'm only all right.
Oh, no.
You're all right.
Forgot about the Twitter drama.
Only all right.
For anyone
Yes.
unaware, Meso has been cheating on TTV.
Yeah.
Someone here, and it's hurt Var's feelings pretty substantially.
Rest
My
in
secret,
peace.
Eljay. My feelings are always hurt.
Yeah, just like you hurt Kevin's feelings on Twitter.
Dude, I felt so bad about that. I
Look,
really
he's in
wanna
the
go to
chat.
Brick Fair now.
He even asked, Var, will you come to Brick Fair Virginia 2018 with
I
me?
know. I see it.
Meso already hurt him earlier in this episode.
Quite right.
Oh, so is it now known that like basically only like 2 TTV viewers
Yeah.
are going?
LJ, Envy, and Matora. That's about it.
Yeah.
Come on, Var.
Anyway, the list. First of all, this is some cool stuff. Tommy emphasized many times that there are new things coming beyond Season 9 that he's very excited about, which essentially means all the people going like Ninjago is going to end, it's gonna get canceled soon. Very doubtful. There seems to be no immediate plans to end it. Will it necessarily have the same number of episodes per season, the same budget? TBD, because he goes on to say possibly more specials like Day of the Departed if the story calls for it and the budget allows. So obviously episode orders and stuff still up in the air. But he mentions a few things like the future's very bright. There's going to be more stuff with Jay and Nia in the future. They aren't breaking up anytime soon. There's going to be more books. And then one of the most interesting things he says, Brent Miller asked if there were going to be more crossovers, by which he means stuff like Legends of Chima, Nexo Knights, crossing over with Ninjago, kind of like how Chima cameoed that one time. Tommy said it's expensive to do because of the assets. The 3D assets need to be available to use and to like incorporate, and with voice actors and all that, if they wanted to do a full-length crossover, it could be crazy. But there will be something fun in the future that comes way out of left field.
Bionicle confirmed.
Oh my gosh, don't do this.
Me and her were
Oh,
joking,
man.
like, yes, It could be Bionicle.
I mean, listen, Tommy, if you need some help,
it might be Galador.
If you need some help with voice work, I mean, have your people, you contact my people, me, and we'll work things out.
Eljay's people is his mom, so just contact
What the heck? I said my people is me. I'm my people.
Wouldn't we technically be his people?
Sorry,
I'm not Eljay's mom. What are you talking about?
Not his people.
I'm not his mom.
Sorry, Meso. I was kicked out.
Eljay, you're grounded.
I was kicked out of TGV for having a mind of my own. I have no people.
You're fired and grounded.
My name's Eljay.
Point being-
Eljay Solo.
There is going to be some kind of crossover in the future that comes way out of left field. And personally, from my mind, Nexonites or Chimo would not be way out of left field. That'd be very predictable.
It'd be Galador, dude. It's gonna be Galador. They accidentally cross into the Galador world.
Exoforce.
Nah.
Yeah.
No one liked Exoforce.
Anything thereof, it could be.
Just be, I don't think it'd be one of the realms. I think it'd just be somewhere else on the planet that they'd never went to. On the
Possibly.
Sentai Mountain.
They go to the
totally
real
makes
world.
sense.
It'll be like that one Lego movie that they pitched years ago where it's like real world. Actually, it was a Bionicle movie they pitched years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was
With-
actually
that
the
involved
original
real
script.
people?
It was the original script for Mask of Light. The Seventh Toa was just some kid who traveled to the Bionicle realm and became the Seventh Toa.
Yeah.
Thankfully, that
Pretty
was
much.
poo-pooed rather quickly.
I could see that working. After watching the Lego movie, that premise can work. It's just you need the right people to write the script and the right people to direct it.
Yeah, I agree. I
Like
mean, like,
Narnia.
at that time it wouldn't have worked, but now I could see it. Just make me Liwa. Please. At this point,
My God.
listen.
Man.
That happens, I can die happy.
You guys hear how desperate he is?
I mean, listen, I tried. I would have been content, G3, LJ's Liwa. Sure, would have worked. What? Liwa's a girl now? Well, see ya.
I was just not that into you, man.
Oh my gosh, you don't understand. I am Liwa.
Maybe you should ask Liwa to the prom.
What the heck? I am Liwa!
Ask yourself to the prom.
That's another person who never reached out to me.
Yourself?
That's-
he's battling his inner demons on this
deep.
episode, everybody. You gotta look inside LJ's mental strain here.
Indeed. All right. There's more. Regarding Wu and Garmadon's aging, Tommy knows the answer. And here are a few hints. Wu and Garmadon fight over the golden weapons. Garmadon gets cast into the underworld. Then Wu hides the golden weapons. 10 years later, while they have been apart and the golden weapons have been hidden away, they are now old men. Wu and Garmadon's age plays into that balance of the brothers and the golden weapons.
Yeah, I don't get it.
That's all. I don't get it either. But there's
Sounds
an
like
answer that
they've made up a new backstory for the golden weapons.
Yeah, it must be. Because the golden weapons, they've been like floating around for a while. I'm not even sure what the current state of them is anymore.
I don't know what their effect on the
They
lore
formed
is
into the
anymore.
mega weapon, and then they got sent into space. And I think that the melted remains of them got like turned into the Golden Master armor
Yes, I think so.
and got destroyed. So, am I wrong in this?
No,
Correct me, please. Anyway,
yeah.
anyone.
Magic Ninja, Eye of the Wolf, someone correct him.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're destroyed.
Alright, Meso, you're wrong. I don't know how. I'm just saying it preemptively, so I got to say it first.
Otherwise, if it was just their immortality being tied to each other, that would make sense. Kind of. The golden weapons coming into play with it adds a new wrinkle that I'm not sure how they'll be able to fully explain away. Walk says they're part of the golden armor, which is hidden, but hidden. So the golden armor didn't get destroyed when Zane Nova blasted.
No, it just got hidden, dude.
Oh, Magic
remember
said it
that part?
too. I'm sorry. Well, that part I said in call. I didn't say hidden by Cyrus Borg. I didn't say that. I don't know. Either way, there is an answer that we'll supposedly learn at some point, so I'm hyped for that. In regards to Season 9, Hunted, we will meet the most powerful dragon in Ninjago in Season 9. As far as Mr. E is concerned, once Season 9 has aired, Tommy and the Hagemans will come clean about his character.
What? In the show?
Almost, yeah, or maybe not. But what that almost implies to me is that his identity won't be directly addressed until the end of the season, and that's going to be the stinger for Season 10. So, like, by the end of the season, we'll know who it is, and then they'll come clean about it in, like, interviews and stuff to hype up for Season 10, where he'll be the main focus. That's kind of my theory at the moment. And then
I can't imagine his identity is anything so big that they would reserve a whole season for it. But
Overlord!
If it's Echo Zane, I'm going to be frustrated.
That's, like, basically the only other person it could be. Echo Zane or the Overlord. What I would love is if it's just a random nobody.
Yeah.
Just some Nindroid guy.
That sounds possible.
What if it's Mindroid?
That's stupid.
You're stupid.
There is a confirmed death in Season 9. So probably some random mook.
Or it's a main character.
Nah.
They finally kill off Kai. They realized, oh wait, there's literally nothing we can do with this character anymore.
Fair enough.
But Kai has to tame Firstborn, Var.
I agree with Prentice.
Wu becomes the new fire ninja.
Rip Cole for good. Cole needs to go. Cole must be killed.
Yeah, Cole's definitely the worst character in this entire franchise.
I guess you said
by far.
You could say Cole needs to be cold.
Only trash people that steal Meso from me like Cole.
Nice. All right. Anyway, Tommy believes we'll get more fold music in Season 9. Cough.
I have no clue what kind of a response to expect.
Just typing.
Several people are typing.
If you want to join the pandemonium of our live chats, by the way, check us out on Patreon and join the live studio audience. Cole is becoming one of Tommy's favorite characters. People can become a favorite character through death. That is a thing. A death can be a very impactful moment that can increase favoriteness. So get hyped for that. How dare. Indeed, how dare. The last one. The last summarization. As of now, for Ninjago, there are 15 realms currently in existence.
It's gonna be Sam Bluetooth.
Wow, Kevin.
Go in the chat.
In regards to golden weapons, Tommy can't get into that, but he made it sound like they will have a role in the future. Somehow. Ages of the Ninja. Oh boy. Same answer as the Hagemans. Older teenagers, no specific age. But Tommy did say they do not plan on aging the ninja up any beyond teens, which made me very sad. Because I still have the hope that they'll do a Ninjago the next generation kind of shtick eventually. Where the ninja become adults and like a new group of people will take over the mantle of the
They don't get to age up because they all die.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's why. Oh boy.
Mm-hmm.
Frederick
like Ninjago Cast
Schlumbertson.
2.0.
Frederick Schlumbertson in the YouTube chat says it was already leaked that Mr. E was Misako with a voice change.
All right.
And then, like 4 years from now, there'll be a Mr. EX or whatever. Yes! It'll just be Pixel. She was inspired by Misako's bravery or something.
Yes, I love it. No, it's not real. Felix Carr, he's just beaming, but it's funny. The Dark Island trilogy, the graphic novel, is confirmed canon, and parts of that story may be popping up in the future. So it might behoove us to read that at some point. Greg Farshti's, to my knowledge, latest work with LEGO official storytelling. There will be some information regarding Ultraviolet's backstory in a future book. And lastly, as far as last names for characters, the only confirmed last names at the moment are Lloyd Montgomery Garmadon, obviously. What's
Montgomery?
Funny? Montgomery, yes.
That's his middle name?
Yes.
Why would they do that to that poor child? Man, Garmadon really is evil.
Yes. Zane Julian. and Jay Walker, or Jay Gordon, depending on, which you want to call him. Kai and Cole do not have last names, which is maddeningly frustrating to me. But what can you do?
I never got the pun of Jay Walker until literally just now.
Are you serious?
Nice!
Yeah, I never noticed that before until now.
How long have you been sleeping?
Forever, I guess.
Correct.
That's crazy.
Been
Dude. I
asleep
feel like
for
we're
20 years.
we're probably like the only LEGO channel that focuses on lore as much as we do.
You're correct. That's why we don't get views. We don't focus on the product.
Well,
we focus on
actually,
lore.
I mean, to be fair, Tanner Fishies, he focuses heavily on Ninjago lore. And he's like exploding right now.
Yeah, but he's like a Ninjago channel.
Yeah,
right?
we're like a try-hard Bionicle channel.
We're like a
Ninjago.
try-hard everything channel.
Yeah. So, that's basically it. Thanks again, Eye of the Wolf. That was very helpful. If you guys want to see the full interview, by the time this episode goes up on YouTube, it's quite likely that 2 more parts will be out, because as of now, it's just parts 4 out of 6. So who knows what other information will be revealed. If there's anything interesting, we'll be talking about it on Ninjago Cast when that comes back in a little bit. Mm-hmm. So, yeah.
The only thing I got out of Brent Miller's interview with Tommy is that Tommy's got a really freaking cool Star Wars room in his house.
Yep. That is a thing. It's really awesome.
The only thing I got out of it was that they both broke my heart.
The only thing I got out of it was they're both funny people.
Like Liwa, they're just not that into you.
Okay, how dare you? How dare you? I am...
Sorry,
okay. See,
I would love it if they get the
True,
voice actor for Liwa in Journey to One to be on an interview with them.
Oh my gosh. See, this is my thing.
We should hire the voice actor for Liwa and then replace Eljay with him.
How? Oh my gosh.
Fire Eljay again and replace him with Liwa's voice actor.
Try and pass it off like I never left. Like his name is Jeff Hughes, but he'd just say, "Hey everyone, I'm Eljay."
Jeff Hughes.
Okay.
The Jeff Hughes show.
Okay.
I bet you Tommy and Brent Miller would show up for that one.
How? Oh my gosh.
Anime point and laugh at Eljay.
Ideal situation, voice for LEGO, campaign to get a character in the Ninjago TV show, just called Liwa. Doesn't even need to be a Bionicle Liwa, just a Liwa. So I can say I voiced Liwa, and I'll live happily ever after that.
Nice. All right. I think that's pretty much all we have on the repertoire today, as it stands.
Oh, dude, I showed up for the best, most exciting part of the show, I see.
Yeah, the end.
Deep lore.
You must be a freak out at
the golden weapons.
Well, Meso, this is kind of an interesting comment, though, from Kevin.
Go on.
And Kevin, I'm glad that you mentioned this toward the end, because this might have spawned an entirely different conversation. Can I state for the record how much I can't stand the whole canon versus non-canon stuff for, everything? When did everything have to be clarified as either canon or not? Star Wars is Star Wars.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, because the other night Eljay and I had a discussion about Bionicle and stuff.
I was about to say you would love being a Bionicle fan, Kevin.
Yeah, that's basically all Bionicle fans do. There are certain people in the Bionicle community, and I'm not going to name any names, who have a fascination with anything and everything canon, to the point where it becomes an obsession.
Okay,
and
first of all, how dare you?
They spend many long, passionate debates arguing for the minorest of things, and it's pretty funny.
Well, you see,
Eljay, I can't wait for you to find a girlfriend, start dating, because I'm going to send her your entire repertoire of online video content. It'll be your first date, and you'll receive an anonymous tip-off, and it'll be a link to a demo reel of everything you've ever done.
Oh boy!
The first thing will be you wearing your Miru, just dancing around in the Lime Joint podcast or whatever,
holding the sword.
Holding the sword. You wearing your Bob Schneider mask.
Yes, Bob Schneider.
So what I've learned is that I just basically need to go in a cave.
Cassivar posted the emo.
But there are some people so caught up in minor inaccuracies with Jack Skellington BrickHeadz that it's almost to the point of obsession. It's like it's just the BrickHead, isn't it?
Fight me.
Go ahead.
Girlfriend breaks up with Eljay, starts dating Jeff Hughes.
I need to have a sit-down conversation with this guy. We have a rivalry he's not even aware of. He deserves
Stephen
to
Armstrong
know.
says in the YouTube chat,
No.
"Hey Var, what about Alita?"
And so,
Oh,
thank
no.
you all so very much for listening to the Brickfeed Podcast.
Oh,
we hope
man.
you've enjoyed. If you want any updates to the Brickfeed Podcast
Smack it
or
at the
any
low-hanging fruit.
potential or any potential enjoyment that stems from it, we recommend you head on over to the Patreon/TTV channel. Thank you all so much for listening.
Kevin Hinkle
additionally-
says, I just think everything based on a particular subject matter should be considered canon. It's all real. Separate universes and stuff seems like a cop-out." That's a very interesting point, and I'm inclined to agree. I disagree when certain large predominant pieces of media are deemed non-canon, whereas other less predominant stuff is. However, I am curious, simply for the sake of conversation before we end this episode, what is your solution to plot holes that could arise from
that's my only thing
conflicting
about
pieces
canon.
of media?
Because, like, I feel like if you make everything canon, then you're going to fall into some inconsistencies, especially when certain media is written by people who aren't as informed about the lore or the story that's transpired thus far, and make a mistake or something.
That's basically where all the conversations stem from.
Yeah.
So, other than that, I'm just giving Eljay a hard time. We were discussing love being canon in Bionicle, which we might bring up on the future in the Eljay Johnson show. I don't know. That'd be fun. Maybe not.
Maybe I
When
can
do I
get
get to be
another
on the
Lego
Eljay Johnson
podcast
show?
and say what?
When do I get to be on the Eljay Johnson show?
Thank you all so very much for listening today. It's been a fun episode having 2.5 people here. I say half just because you showed up late.
Yeah, are you saying Var's
okay.
half of a person?
I'm half of a person.
Wait,
I'm
what?
never going to be on the Eljay Johnson show.
No, it's okay. You can be on. Maybe
Eye of the Wolf says, "After me," upside down smiley face. And after me as
It's-
well, for the second time.
it's partially true.
Nice.
Here, Var, how's about this? You can be on in September.
I don't even want to be on your stupid show.
Oh my gosh!
I'm going to go to Jeff Hughes' show instead.
Kevin Ingles post, hire lore keepers and make sure people that write your stuff are passionate about it and avoid loopholes. If they fail, death. Yeah, I'm
Okay,
pretty much
that's
on the
fair
same
enough,
page.
actually.
I'll
That's
agree
pretty
with that. I'll agree. Nothing should be written with the express purpose of making it non-canon or contradictory. Everybody should do their best to make sure it all lines up. And if they don't, to the
Being a
gallows.
writer is like a hardcore job, man.
Yep. Cuts off the heads.
Off with the
I-
head.
Yeah.
Love in my Bionicle? Off with the head!
Technically, it's only the Matorian universe. On Bar Magna and later Spheres Magna, the Agorian and the Glatorian are fully capable of feeling
Spoilers!
romantic love.
And here's another
Spoilers,
clip I'll be
you
sending to
creep!
LJ's future girlfriend.
Great, thanks.
End of the show.
All right. So, thank you all so very much for listening. This has been the Brickfeed Podcast, episode 97. Once again, if you feel like supporting TTV in any way, shape, or form, feel free to leave your thoughts and comments below, whether or not you believe that anything can, should, or would be changed to your liking. Additionally, head on over to Patreon at patreon/the TTV channel. You can pledge as low as $1, the price of a pencil, and you get access to the live Patreon chat. Additionally, we are working up
You
to
can see all our great emotes.
Indeed. Additionally, you are helping us achieve our stretch goal to get shirts back in circulation, or shirtulation.
You also help Var feel like he hasn't wasted his time making a YouTube channel about Lego.
Thank you, Var. So, make sure to go ahead and check that out.
It's good validation.
Otherwise, head on over to Twitter at the TTV channel. Additionally, we now are on IGTV, which is Instagram television, So make sure to go find that, which we mentioned on Twitter as well. So
if you want to talk about our content over there, be sure to tweet with the hashtag IGTTV. I'm partially kidding about that.
I have no idea what kind of videos we're going to be putting up on the IGTV channel at the moment. So keep that in mind. They might be different stuff. It might be the same stuff. We'll figure it out as time goes on.
All we want to do is we want to support another video platform besides YouTube.
Yeah, any other options other than YouTube is like a plus at this point. So
yeah.
Yep. So there you go.
All right.
I feel compelled to do this, so go ahead and we'll say our names. But Kevin wants to end on a bad pun, and I feel that's only appropriate. But in the meantime, I'm Eljay.
I'm Meso.
I'm Bar.
We will see you all later. Hey guys, mountains aren't funny.
No.
They're hill areas.